Okay, so my internet just decided to die all of a sudden out of nowhere. Had to restart my modem. But I guess we can say that that all just took the place of my break that I would normally take around this time. Get everything back up and running. Yeah, it just completely dropped out of nowhere. So hopefully that was an isolated incident. That elevator goes to Lowtown. Still not triggering any scenes by talking to each other, though. I'm guessing this goes to Lowtown or Upper Town or whatever the hell they'll probably call it. Kime's not really much of a magician. He's more of a physical guy. Lift leads to the street in front of the palace. Goats is built across several levels, so we use the lifts quite a bit. That's what everybody's saying. I mean, that's how the game opened up. It was in the middle of a war, and a meteor just crashed down and murdered everybody, and Kime obviously is the only one that survived because he's an immortal. I mean, we're not exactly sure how he did it, but it's pretty safe to assume Gongoda did it. And that's what I'm saying, like, Kime's not really the type to summon a meteor, he's more of a sword, slashy, stabby type of guy. Beginning to think this guy's never going to change his stock available of what type of rings he can make. Hey, Nami, how you doing? Yeah, unfortunately, Konami is stuck with their pachinko machines. Okay, so I got 3 elevators. Guess we'll go to Lowtown. What did you eat? Now here's a question. Did you eat something that was sketchy in general, or did you eat something that you know that you already have a bad reaction to? Ah, so you're experimenting. Yeah, unfortunately, that is a problem when you experiment. Where am I supposed to go? Gelf. Gate guard in Kent, his name is Gilgef. He has a bad temper, but he's a nice guy at heart. I'm sure he'll give you something for your trouble. I don't think I've been to Kent yet. It's blocked off. Back here. Save point here. No idea why, but try save just in case. first place we're actually able to go inside of. I guess these are more like studio apartments. Well, it is a magic city from what they said. You come in here, they showed it as the Magic City Gotza. And it is Sakaguchi, so this may be him copying himself from 7. Well, no, I was just more referring to the fact that it looks like all the other, like, dwellings, I guess you could say, in this game are like, you know, multiple small rooms like you'd usually expect to see, whereas that one was just one big room, so it looked more like a studio apartment style thing. Yeah, he did. You can definitely tell with a lot of it too. Like there's some really, especially a lot of the boss musics are really good. It's also one of the reasons why I want to play Fantasian, but I don't have an iPhone. Because that's supposedly going to be the last one that he works on before he retires. Bargle's Inn. I'm trying to remember what was the last thing he did music for before Fantasian, but like him and Sakaguchi have actually done interviews for Fantasian where they say that that's going to be the last time Uematsu works on something. I don't know if he's going to stick to that. I don't know if maybe someone will be able to convince him to do one more, but as of right now, the official statement is Fantasian's going to be the last game he makes music for. Was he? Which version of Grand Blue? The mobile game, the fighting game, or the as yet unreleased action RPG? Tried their luck in the back room. Is this a gambling? Guess so. That kind of looks like a roulette wheel. Fire level 2 machine killer seal. I'm wondering if I should put the kids in the party since they both seem to be getting upgrades, whereas Sarah and Ming didn't have anything to buy or find. I don't know. I'm sure it'll come out eventually. I'm more worried at how long it's been taking since Platinum went off the game. I'm worried that they've been messing with it so much that they're undoing everything that Platinum did. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It's been in development so long after Platinum left that I'm seriously worried that they're undoing what Platinum did. Okay, so far it's just a whole bunch of people that are pissed off that they're not winning. I'm not seeing anybody to actually talk to gamble myself. Well, again, with Japanese companies, a lot of times you don't know because they will lie to try to save face for everybody, but I think I remember the official statement being when Platinum left was that their portion of the game was done, which I assume their portion of the game was the battle system, and they were just fleshing out, you know, more areas, more story, etc., etc. But like I said, with the amount of time that it's taking for them to do that, I'm worried that they're actually messing with the battle system that Platinum did. Okay, so they won't sell me anything. And that's what I'm saying. You never know if you're getting the whole truth with state. Whenever like Japanese companies like stop working with each other or do that, it's just their own diplomacy. They're not gonna outright shit talk each other and say that, you know, things didn't get done. They're gonna try to end amicably. So you never know if what they say is true or not. History of the Kingdom of Gotza. Kingdom of Gotza was once just a handful of loosely knit settlements bound together to fight the monsters, magic, and brutal living conditions they faced on the open plains. Those towns each elected leaders to better defend themselves. Eventually, these leaders became the de facto rulers of the settlements. The most talented held control over larger territory. This led to many small kingdoms across the land, each led by their king. First king of Gotza was, at first, just one such local leader. Thanks to his deft skills of governance, he gathered several smaller nations together to form the foundation for the Kingdom of Gotza, vastly expanding the power of the newfound country in the process. This kingdom's early years were marked by constant battle with competing nations nearby, particularly the Kents, an aggressive race that valued military might. However, ignoring this new political reality, the Kents gradually faded in the face of Gotza's newfound might. After expanding to cover nearly the entire continent, Gotza found a powerful new enemy across the sea. Ura has a long and full history, as warlike as the Kents but more advanced and enlightened. They had their eyes set on Gotzan territory, and Gotza was ready to defend it. For ages, the vast ocean and the grueling voyage precluded any large conflict. Then, 30 years ago, a rise in magic energy brought about the advent of the Magic Industrial Revolution. Its magical bounty made Gotza the most powerful kingdom in the world. Ura was not ignorant of the importance of magic energy, but at the time it was preoccupied with ongoing internal strife, including the sudden abdication of its king. This, along with the rumored suppression of magic research by some Oran sorcerers, put the nation far behind Goetze. Meanwhile, our kingdom's citizens all worked as one to advance the revolution. The result is the great magical realm we see today. Ura is advancing in magic research, but they are still no threat to Goetze. The glory of Goetze's magic industrial nation will shine through the ages. It's all the same ones. Alright, I think that's all I can look at in Lowtown. Okay. It's odd that he stepped away before stepping in. Because to advance the story, I think we're supposed to go see the king. There were 3 elevators. There was Lowtown, the king, or Lowtown in front of the palace, and then the other one they didn't really say where it went. They were just talking about how great their transport system is. Do this one here. Let's see where this takes us. Probably to... I guess not. You would say it might be to like High Town or Upper Town or whatever they call it. What's a station?
Excuse me, you must have valid citizen IDs to enter.
What? You mean we can't even come up on the platform? I want to talk to the manager.
No, foreign nationals may not enter the station. Your identity card is your ticket.
Well, you heard the man.
Well, that's that. We're not getting in.
Well, Jansen tried his best to go Karen there and talk to the manager, but it didn't work out. Alright, I guess the only place left to go is the palace. I don't know. Depends on what the king looks like.
Yeah, we need to do something.
I need to take care of Gogoro.
No, let's vote first. I count as
Beef.
2 points because I could die. You guys are immortal. So everyone who wants to just back up. What is that? I think that's mine.
You don't suppose that was...
I do.
I wonder how much of Jansen's dialogue was
Business I have to attend to.
just ad-lib.
I'm coming
I'm
with you.
available.
I can handle this myself.
Because even when he's not the focus of the scene, you can still hear him talking in the background, and it's hilarious.
All right.
Excuse us. Please, go on ahead without us.
What was that all about?
Well, you know, they just got together after a long separation. Unlike you, most women don't kick people. They like to be together and share warmth and company and caress one another.
Chauvinist
And I...
ass.
Ow! See? Proved my point.
Kaim's whole demeanor changed when he saw that coin.
Maybe he collects them.
Just like it flies or something.
Realize I forgot to do a full screen. I don't know, but I honestly don't think that...
What? I don't know. What is it?
I can't see how the Japanese Jansen would be able to pull off the smartass nearly as well as this one is.
We won't leave the town, please.
That seems dangerous to me.
Yeah, you're the dangerous one. I think it's safe enough, kids. Yeah, you know, I wanted to hop on it too the first time I saw it. Yeah, don't push any buttons, because I did that once.
And don't leave the town.
We won't, don't worry. Come back.
This is the first time they've been on these streets. Man, you know, they could get into trouble. I don't know if that... Maybe I should go... Wait a minute. What am I doing? I'm worried about a couple of kids. Something's wrong with me.
I'm just saying, that would be... Like... English Jansen is setting a high bar. Like I said, even when you're not supposed to be paying attention to him, he's still putting in jokes. Like, you know, Kime sees the coin on the floor and bends over to get it. That's mine. Yeah, but that's also because you have to remember that Dragon Ball, you know, he was a little kid in Dragon Ball, and it's usually pretty standard for little boys to be voiced by women. And then when he grew up in Dragon Ball Z, they just for some reason decided it was a good idea to not change the voice actor. I'm honestly not sure if I'm supposed to go after Kime or still go talk to the king.
Halt! Identify yourselves. Show your citizen IDs.
You know, this wasn't on the brochure. I'm not taking a cruise anymore. You know, they always never tell you the fine print stuff.
This is Queen Ming of Numara.
What? Numara?
She's a queen, you know? Off with your heads. Ring a bell, huh?
And, I wasn't notified about this. If you're the Queen of Numara, why are you coming to our country so informally? These people don't look like much of an escort.
Huh? It's okay, it's fine.
Yeah, we're traveling incognito. Yeah, that's undercover. Hush, hush. Odd things have been happening in Numara. You know, people losing their clothes and stuff. Her Majesty felt it was her duty to come outside and do some research. You know, so be a pal. Try and help us out, you know, with this. Are you a spy, by the way?
Regulations are regulations. And there's no proof she's the Queen of Numara.
Ooh, proof. Yeah.
Proof I can furnish. Even a foot soldier such as yourself should recognize the crest of the Royal House of Numara. The glowing pendant on the Queen's chest.
Hey, 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 hey! What
Whoa, whoa, hey! You can't do that! You're a queen!
Yeah, I agree with you finally. Yeah, there's got to be a better way. Whoa, that's a very
It
good
can't
way
be.
of. Wow. You know, you think you know someone? Nice surprise.
My sincerest apologies, Your Highness. You are without a doubt the Queen of Numara.
Phew.
You are most welcome to enter.
Thank you, officer.
Well, that was a daring thing to do.
It was for everyone's sake.
Yeah. That was good.
Okay. So I just want to check to see if I missed anything. There's a handful of like anime that I do prefer the English. Like whenever I think of an anime that like the pinnacle of why I prefer the English is Hellsing. I like Hellsing because they do the accents. Like, because a lot of it is taking place with, you know, British and French. Like, there's a lot of European countries in there, and in the English version, you know, they get all the actors to do the right accents for all those characters, and it adds a lot to it. I'm just checking the FAQ real quick to see if I missed out on anything by not following Kime and going straight up here to the palace. Okay, no. I was supposed to go to the king. Alright, so we're on track. Well, Hellsing Ultimate did. They completely skipped over that in the first Hellsing anime. Like, there was no mention of Nazis at all. Okay, I'll find the king inside, but the door won't open. Yeah, I saw Ultimate. I didn't see all of it in English because there was, like, I think after 4 or 5 they stopped dubbing them. I'm not sure if they ever went back and did them, but when I watched, like, when they were coming out, they stopped after like 4 or 5, and if they did go back, it wasn't for a long time later. Yeah, I'll usually wait to see. Like, I'm not gonna, I don't go into any of those shows with expectations. I just would, because obviously if anything big gets announced, it's gonna be all over Reddit and social media and Twitter and everything else within seconds. So if anything huge gets announced, like, you'll hear about it immediately everywhere else. But I'm not gonna go in like, oh, they better show this, they better show this, because you're just gonna be disappointed. Nah, you better be there. 100%, when they do their opening ceremony, you better be there. That's my expectation. I expect you to be playing that Japanese flute like that guy when they were announcing Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, okay, I had to talk to the guy on the right. The guy on the left can't open the door for me, apparently. Yeah, I've still been watching those, like, stock drop bots and everything, trying to see when Because I want a PS5 with a disc drive. I don't want the non-disc drive one. So I'm still waiting to see when they drop. I'm just always so like lately it's been happening that every time that they drop, it's while I'm asleep, and then I wake up and they're all gone. So you want to pretend you're watching like you're playing a Zatoichi movie or something? I don't care if this guy's a king or whatever, but why did they have to make this place so damn big? Be quiet. This looks like the place. Please, right this way. Presenting Her Majesty, the Queen of Numara. Do you have to dip into it for essentials, or did you spend some of it on something else you wanted instead?
Yeah, you know, we're not even sure if he's up there or not. I mean, looks like a maid.
Your Majesty is most kind to receive me on short notice. I am Ming, Queen of Numara. I have a most urgent favor to request.
You must have gone to considerable trouble to visit me, Queen Ming. It was my understanding, however, that your country preferred to remain isolated from its neighbors. I find it curious that you are here unannounced, with no fanfare, and accompanied by persons of uncertain character.
You have every reason to be wary, Your Majesty. It was necessary, however, for me to use such unorthodox methods. I beg your patience and ask that you hear my request.
Certainly, my dear Queen. However, I must verify that you are who you claim to be. I am aware that you demonstrate...
So did you get a regular one, or did you get the new, like, OLED, the Pro, the OLED, the disappointing Pro?
It would be a simple matter to have such marks artificially added.
What are you implying, Your Majesty? You doubt her word?
Something smells fishy here, and it's not me.
Very well. In the interest of diplomacy, I shall once again demonstrate the sigil of my rank.
Your cooperation is appreciated. However, I will need a bit more proof.
Understood.
I have heard that the Queen of Numara is a capable sorcerer. If that is true, you should be able to reach me by breaching these barriers, yes?
Wait a minute, let me get in front. I'll guard you.
It's all right, Jensen. Your Majesty, I will now approach the throne.
How much did you break?
Well, this isn't working.
He's toying with her. Your Majesty, there is no time for such sport. We don't have much time.
What's happening? There are no more barriers. Did it break? Somebody, do something about this quick!
What is his problem?
The barriers were emanating from the throne.
Even if you are the King of Goatsa, how dare you behave in such a manner?
Please stay back! I had nothing to do with it! Nothing!
The king? No, not the king at all.
Yeah, that explains why there was a save point here. I just came here early. Guessing it's probably in that one building that was completely empty. The one that I said looked like a studio apartment, because it was a big room. It was completely empty. I think it's this one up here. It's a very fancy door for this poor place. Yep. I just came here too early.
I knew it was you.
Mars! I mean, Your Majesty.
Kaim, Sarah, it's been so many years. You're still as lovely as ever, Sarah.
Thank you. And you're still as charming as ever, Your Majesty. Why did you bring us here? Why the disguise?
This was the only way I could find to spend a few quiet moments with you. It's not widespread knowledge yet, but word is out that you've abducted the Queen of Numara. Would you mind explaining what's going on?
The Queen is with us.
Then it's true? You abducted her?
She's one of us. But it would take too long to explain.
One of you?
Yes, a fellow immortal.
So the Queen who's been said to rule for 1,000 years is in fact immortal?
I consider you to be one of us too.
Even though I'm not immortal?
Not as an immortal, but as one who cares for this world.
To think that beings from another world should be the ones to teach me about love for my own world. Has it really been 50 years since we first met?
Yes, I remember.
Yes.
You have that memory?
No, my journals. You were just 20 then, weren't you?
I was certainly naive then, to go off as I did. I doubted that my inexperienced body and spirit would be equal to the demands and responsibilities of the kingship that I must one day inherit, let alone the challenges of defending my kingdom. and I wandered the world alone in search of an answer.
They've kind of said so in vague terms. They said that they're from another world,
and thus I was unprepared
but then they
for the
describe
demands of
the world
journey.
as being
Perhaps I was
peaceful and untainted,
hardship.
and that they didn't have a physical form until they came to
I
this
would find the
world.
strength to seek some answers.
So I feel more like they're describing them as angels.
Hang on. It was Kaim who found you and rescued you. Kaim has come too. I think he'll survive.
You and Kaim were already wed by then. I was jealous. Not only were you immortal, but you also had a bride who would herself be beautiful forever.
But that experience changed you. And through your journey, you found your answer.
Yes.
You'll put your life on the line to protect what you love. A truth that is as significant as it is simple. That was when you discovered it for yourself.
Oh, I remember what you told me, Kaim. Love your kingdom as you love Sarah.
Yes, you fear for the things you try to protect, and it is a fear you become accustomed to.
Thank you. That's not the important thing.
Take this.
What matters is knowing that nothing lasts forever. Knowing that something isn't eternal makes it more precious to you. It makes it worth fighting for. Words are unnecessary. What matters is love and the will to fight for what you love.
This belongs to you.
Those words were first expressed by one of this world's ancient philosophers. His thoughts live on, even though people and history may change. The words engraved on that coin are the truth. That's why I gave it to you. I wanted you to read that if you were ever uncertain of what to do.
Truth? Yes, these words certainly contain a truth by which one may live. Unlike you, however, I have learned through dedicating myself to the welfare of my people the impossibility of governing the world through truth alone.
You've changed.
We, the people native to this world, are different from you immortals. This truth is the most beautiful and significant to immortals such as yourselves. We mortals, however, have but a finite amount of time. Our options, like our lives, are also limited. And I have learned that sometimes one has to adopt less than ideal means to achieve ideal ends. Facts and reality sometimes demand that we take steps that contradict that very beautiful truth.
The world always holds such contradictions.
Kaim, Sarah, I have a favor to ask, now that you know my conflicted, contradictory nature. I will shortly be meeting in secret with King Tolton to discuss what can be done to avoid war, given the strained relations between our countries. He and I will consult between ourselves to avoid any interference from various vested interests on our respective sides.
You struggle to achieve your ideals, even while wrapped in contradictions.
So to speak. And I would like both of you to be present when I meet with King Tolton.
Why?
The young king and I will be struggling with the divide between truth, reality, and fact. I want your advice, given your perspective as immortals. And if we still can't find common ground and opt for war, then I ask that you not interfere.
That part of you hasn't changed. You're suffering from having to confront an immutable reality that you cannot escape. You're every bit the man you were when we last met.
You're too kind, Sarah.
There is one thing. When King Tolton arrives, tell him that his court advisor Gangora is himself an immortal, and he's using his power to try to seize control of your entire world.
What?
Remember this fact, old friend, when faced with your decision.
Queen Ming of Numara is with us. What would you say to having her attend the meeting as well? In addition, we have a favor to ask of you, too.
We need to get to Ura. For that, we need a ship capable of traversing the hypercurrents.
Very well.
We'll bring the Queen along. I'll see you at the meeting.
Okay, so this is a new area. They wouldn't let us in here before. But the kids being kids snuck in. Pretty sure I already bought the... You know, now that I think about it, that makes it even more interesting that these kids aren't immortals. Or even that Lyram wasn't an immortal. Because technically both of Lyram's parents were immortals, but she just ended up being a normal human. Basically, everybody's just talking about the trains being out of service. Not anything important yet. Dad's really rich. Come on, let's play together. You see this kind of clothes for? Do you think we're from a foreign country? It's gotta be it. Wow, I've always wanted to make friends with a kid from another country. Well, they gave us choices there, but it doesn't look like it actually did anything. I guess let's check up here.
To be reunited with the spirits of your loved ones. It's another world where the spirits of the dead roam. Nobody's seen one of those auroras for 30 years,
A
though.
violet aurora. As they're having problems with the magic trains. So everybody's... Nothing new, just everybody talking about the trains. Guess I'll try the other 2 platforms. Or there are 3 more. I can't remember if there were 3 or 4. Can't go on that one. Is this the track the old lady said the Aurora was seen on? I think this is the one. I mean, she said to look for it. I don't remember her saying where it was. Neutralizes the enemy guard gauge and causes paralysis. Okay, I may put that on it once we run into fights. Not seeing a violet aurora anywhere. Hey, we can get on here, can't we?
Come on, let's take it for a ride. What? Let's go see the violet aurora. If we can get to it, we can see Mom. Do you actually believe that story? Yeah. Come on, she'll be there. It's just a story. You can't see people when they're dead. Quit dreaming. I'm not dreaming. Remember how Mom's flower saved us after Gongora wiped us out? She's here with us. Don't you want to see her too? If we can find her in the Aurora, I want to try it. Do you want to see Mom or not?
All right. I'll take your word for it. Let's do it. I'll drive this train. But I want to make this clear. Do not blame me if we screw up. This was your idea, not mine.
I know.
What do you mean, you know? Do you know what we're getting into? All right, stop crying. If we're gonna go, let's go already.
Yeah, steal the train. So how does this work? I don't know, just try pushing something. Ah, forget it, get out of the way.
Who the hell are you? It's not the maid, it's the butler, I think. Where's the king?
Please, I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. Please.
You know, that's fine. You know, I've impersonated people before. I mean, you know, but yeah, just find the king for us, would you?
What a wimp. Ugh. Ow! Out of my way. Want to meet my fist, Your Highness?
Oh, no, please.
Hey, 2 words. Anger management. Just relax. Don't beat the guy up. Jeez.
Thank you. You're very kind.
I hope the real king isn't as pathetic as you.
It won't do to scare the poor man speechless, Seth. I know that. Huh?
So, let's do this the easy way.
Oh, yes. Now we're talking.
So, where's the real king?
Yes. Head for the train station. Our king is meeting with the King of Ura on board a train there. But, no one is supposed to know.
Hey, thanks. Been a big help. Gotta make that money up somehow.
We make a pretty good team. Even if it cost us a fair amount of money.
Yeah, my money.
What?
Ming, it's like this. Seth did her pirate act to shake him up, and then I reeled him in by playing nice. You know, good guard, bad guard. It's the most basic technique for getting information out of people. I mean, we could have killed his family, but that's messy and takes too long.
Oh, so you planned it all?
Well, yeah, actually we did. It was a dirty trick, but, you know, when you're on the street, you gotta take the good with the bad.
I wasn't surprised at that. I am a queen after all, and I've seen worse. However, what amazed me was how you two were able to work together.
What? Please don't tell me you're jealous.
Jealous? Of what? Oh, no, please. Me and Pirate Girl? Come on.
Well, shall we head for the station? We can't get in though, can we? Damn, we should have gotten a permit from the fake king while we were at it. I don't think he could have done that. He was a fake after all. Oh well, I'm sure we'll come up with something. Alright, so to the train station. Excuse me, do you have a Gotha citizen ID? Sure don't. See? Told you couldn't get in. What to do?
Kime!
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
We've been searching. We were looking for you.
Me? Come on. Oh, so now we can get in. Why's that?
Don't worry, it's all been taken care of.
Okay, so there's only 3. Will they let me go down that middle one? Because they wouldn't let the kids go down. Guess not. No, we've got permission. My word of royal decree. Pardon my rudeness. Please go right ahead.
Two kids jumped on that train and took off. The whole place is in an uproar.
Kids?
Oh, no.
Yeah, a boy and a girl. They looked an awful lot alike. Could have been twins.
No.
They headed off to see the aurora.
What aurora?
The violet aurora, that's the gateway to the realm of the spirits. I sensed a powerful longing on their parts to be with someone.
Come to think of it, passengers that arrived on the first track mentioned seeing the aurora on their way in.
They've gone looking for Lirum.
Oh, it's dangerous to pursue the spirits of the dead. The living become their prisoners. I've seen it time and time again.
Which way did the train go?
Trains leaving on the first track are eastbound.
The royal carriage is westbound.
Opposite directions. Oh, fantastic. What do we do?
Kime,
The train is departing!
I'm going after them. Forgive me. You go to the meeting, Kime.
Stay with her.
Listen, Kime, your husband and grandfather first. Come on, get going.
We'll take care of the meeting.
Go get him, Tiger.
Thanks.
So team splitting up.
Another party will be participating in this meeting.
Who might that be?
The Queen of Numara. Will that be a problem? It is increasingly likely that our 3 countries, Gotza, Ura, and Numara, will go to war. The purpose of this meeting is to find a way to avoid that. I want very much to hear what Queen Ming has to say on this subject. What do you say?
Very well then. Bring her in.
I'm grateful for your consideration.
Thank you. Hey, is the kitchen still open?
Please accept my apology for imposing myself upon you in this manner, Your Majesties.
Please be seated.
Thank you.
Queen Ming, this is His Majesty Tolton, the King of Ura. Would you please share your concerns with us?
Most certainly, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, I have important information concerning your royal advisor, Gongora. He belonged to our group of immortals, but now it appears he's created his own agenda to dominate this world.
Gongora is an immortal?
What he desires is power, tremendous power. The rumors of attack by Numara, the response the Urans took by building up arms, and the restoration of the Uran monarchy with you on the throne, all are parts of Gongora's grand scheme.
Maybe should have eased him into that a little more.
It's an essential part of Gongora's plan, and it is incredibly dangerous. Your Majesty, we beg you to destroy the staff without delay.
Grand Staff will make enormous contributions to Ura's development. I can't simply destroy it.
I must agree with King Tolton. The completion of Grand Staff will mean the culmination of all our years of harnessing magic to advance our civilizations. Its loss would be tragic for us all.
Your Majesties have surely heard of the catastrophe at the Wool Highlands.
I've heard that a meteor fell on the battlefield.
Yes, and it was most probably brought down by Gongora.
What?
And there is no telling when he may strike with a second or third meteor. It is imperative that we stop Gongora and prevent the completion of Grand Staff.
I can hardly believe what I'm hearing. And yet, I can't imagine the Queen of Numara would come here to make such absurd claims.
You will have our full cooperation, Your Majesty. Our forces stand ready to mobilize in Ura's defense, in place of the forces that you have already lost to this new enemy.
Yeah. He's got one of those magical spy cam contact lenses on him, too.
As to the fallen meteor at the Highlands of Woe, if there is a possibility that Gongora...
That is indeed dedication to duty. How then should I respond? Should I destroy the mirrors before the other immortals fully regain their memories? Connect me to Tolton. I need to relay some information. Your Majesty, tell the King of Gotza that you will hand over the blueprints and essential data on Grandstaff. Announce that you will join forces with him.
With Ura.
Your Majesty?
And information on Grand Staff is being sent to Kent. Dispatch our forces to maintain security there.
Right away, Your Majesty.
One more thing.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Ura appears to know something of our relations with Kent.
You mean our meetings with Kent before the attack on Ura?
Correct. This alliance could be an Uran trap. Take the usual measures and use caution. my apologies for delaying our meal. This is an auspicious day. Please savor the fine cuisine of Gotza.
Looks like turkey. There was a treasure chest that I couldn't get to before because there was the cutscene started. Let's go back and get that. Actually, there's 2 treasure chests here. Kinda curious to check the other ones now. Was there 2 treasure chests in the other one and I just didn't see the second one? The train those kids got on is pretty far ahead. I don't know if we can catch up to it. It's okay. This train's faster with few cars attached. It'll be risky, but we'll chase them going at full speed. Let's go. Nope, only one.
And now we slipped into Gotza.
Somebody's hijacked train number 3. Deploy emergency response.
I know I had a damage up level 2 machine killer, but I think I left that on Seth. Guess we'll have to stick with what we got. Oh. I thought maybe it was going to have a little more than that. Okay. So I'm guessing it's probably gonna bounce back and forth between being immune to physical and magic, depending on what I do. See if I can taunt it.
Bring it on.
Nope, doesn't look like it. I think I might as well just take Taunt off the skill list. It doesn't seem to work on anything I'd actually want to use it on. don't think I saw anything about it being immune to magic.
Yes, let's go.
That reminds me. We mounted a large-scale operation against piracy the other day.
Piracy?
Yes. Our local waters have been ravaged by pirates, taking advantage of our recent military weakness following the catastrophe at the Highlands. So I dispatched our remaining forces to mop them up and communicate far and wide that Ura will not be defeated.
If your forces can defeat pirates, they should be sufficient for most any requirement.
You are too kind. I am particularly proud that we succeeded in capturing the most feared pirate on the seas, Zed.
Isn't that the name of Seth's kid?
Zed? What is it, Seth? He's alive. My son.
Huh? Hey, don't say anything about this now. We don't want any trouble.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Now, I am aware that you've selected Kent as the site for the handover of Grand Staff information. I wonder, though, about the security detail. Will they be sufficient? I would gladly dispatch Orin forces to take part as well. Their morale is much higher following their successes against the pirates. I am certain their presence would be helpful.
Your concern is appreciated, Your Majesty. The forces already dispatched there, however, are from Goetze's main battle force, the pride of our military. No unwanted visitors will even get close to Kent.
May I rest assured that the information will be in good hands once it has been delivered?
You may indeed. Every effort will be made, if it means Goetze may also share in this magnificent magic energy.
Pardon me for interrupting, but I'm afraid I don't fully understand what your majesties are speaking of.
Ah, yes, forgive me. We are speaking of the construction of a second Grand Staff.
I still don't understand. We immortals asked that Grand Staff be destroyed. Kaim told us that the purpose of this meeting was to avert war.
Indeed. War has been averted. King Tolton and I have come to an agreement, thanks to your Majesty's own words. We thank Kaim for introducing you to us. With the information provided by King Tolton, Gotza will build its own Grand Staff and reap the benefits of the tremendous magic energy that it offers. Our two countries will thus be equal in power. Neither country will have an advantage over the other. Look at this.
Love will protect against all.
This alliance springs from my love for my people and my efforts to protect them. I trust you will appreciate the significance.
This is hypocrisy. We both know what Kaim and Sarah would think if they were to hear you speak this way.
I am aware of the contradiction. Regardless, if it will prevent war and bloodshed, I will choose this path and the equivocation that accompanies it.
Wait a minute, you're not getting it. This isn't what we were talking about. We told you Grand Staff was dangerous. We never said you should make more of them. What are you thinking?
You can't do this. You're playing right into Gongora's hands.
Here they come!
Didn't know that Grand Staff was portable. We're actually controlling him now? Can't check his status. At least right now he is. I don't know how much we're gonna do with him.
My fellow Urans! Behold, we have completed the most powerful magic engine of all time! Grand Staff! I, Gongora, your royal advisor, am most grateful for the support of each and every citizen of Ura. For it is you who have made this possible. And while Grand Staff will guarantee further progress for our country, this progress will be born not of magic, but through your collective efforts! Unfortunately, this momentous occasion is also marred by tragedy. It is my sad duty to inform you that King Tolton, who has tirelessly devoted himself to you, his people, passed away yesterday. His Majesty met with the King of Gotza to discuss an alliance prior to upcoming military maneuvers.
This is where he messes up.
His Majesty,
because while he's done this before,
that alliance,
he didn't announce the other guy was dead until he had already killed him.
And perish with terrible swiftness.
He hasn't killed Tolton yet. He's already announcing him dead.
Our sources in Gotza have determined that is a lie. In fact, His Excellency was clearly the target of a treacherous assassination! Before he departed for Gotza, King Tolton may have foreseen his impending death. Therefore, he entrusted me with full, unconditional authority to act in his stead. Such a tragedy that this has come to pass. His Majesty gave his all to his people and his country. My fellow Urans, pray, give this powerless one your help and support! Thank you. Thank you all. His Majesty was all too aware that war is a foolish choice, as am I. However, to simply concede to whatever terms Gotza may dictate would constitute a national outrage. Now, let us take the opportunity afforded us by the completion of Grand Staff to bring glory to our fallen king's memory! Let us demonstrate Ura's might before Gotza!
I don't know. It may not be a very fashion-conscious city.
chosen you 7 sorcerers, each a master, as my dark acolytes. As of this moment, you are clandestine operatives reporting directly to the royal house. You will be called upon to serve me faithfully as I take command. Therefore, I ask you all, are you prepared to die in my service for the royal house of Umra? Excellent. Now, we proceed to the tests. I will attack you with magic, and you shall not guard yourself in any way. You shall not resist. You must bear my attack in silence.
Okay. He has infinite MP. Basically just getting to look at what all the high-level spells look like.
Please, stop! How does dying show our loyalty? You have done well and proven your devotion. Arise. Lord Gongora, please help me with your magic. I told you not to resist me. You have proven how limited your devotion truly is. A coward such as you has no place in my darkness. Now, listen well. You have no souls, no identity. All that matters is your devotion to me and your superior mastery of magic. Open your eyes, my acolytes, and hear my orders. These are your targets. The Gotsan army, presently in Kent. The castle of Gotsa, the royal carriage, 40 kilometers west of the castle. And another train, 100 kilometers east of the castle.
Are we then to attack the immortals, my lord?
Yes.
But they cannot die.
I have all the time in the world.
Okay, so we got 6 mid-bosses floating around the world, it looks like.
Look how mighty our fleet is. Most certainly is.
It's not the best villain I've seen, but he's definitely not a bad villain so far. Like he definitely feels like a Sakaguchi villain. He feels like someone that would be from like a PlayStation era Final Fantasy game.
Something's happening! Everything around us is frozen!
What's going on?
I sense magic energy. Far more powerful than anything I have ever encountered.
It's the Wool Highlands all over again!
Whoa, whoa, stop it! Wait, just wait. You don't think this is Grand Staff's doing, do you? Huh?
Gongora! So Kaim was right. No choice makes any difference now.
King Tolton. What is the meaning of this?
I don't know.
King Tolton?
I tell you, I don't know!
We cannot hesitate now. Implement the contingency plan immediately.
Yes, sir, Your Majesty.
Contingency plan? That is the work, actually.
Reprisal. It's the only response to aggression such as this.
No! That's the worst thing you could do!
As a fellow head of state, you too should understand that military action is sometimes the best option for defending one's people.
That's ridiculous! You have no idea what you're dealing with!
Okay, who's driving this thing?
Contact Gongora! What has happened? What is he doing?
Flee, Your Majesty. Not escape.
Where do you think you're going? King Tolton!
Seth!
That was supposed to be me.
Let's hurry.
Damn, so the party is really split up now. It's like Jensen and Ming are together, Sarah and Kaim are together, Cook and Mac are together, and now Seth is off with King Tolton.
Truth has been overcome by fact and reality.
Okay, this is weird. Why am I not frozen? Maybe I'm immortal. You know, my mom always said I was special. Yeah. What? Ming!
I don't know how long I can hold out. But at least I can keep you safe for a while.
Well, don't play hero for my sake. If we're doomed, I'd rather we freeze together. Maybe even sealed with a kiss.
Oh, really?
Well, you know, everybody, you know, I need sense of humor. If we're gonna die, might as well die laughing.
Look out!
Gongora, you have eyes, yet you do not see. We were destined to be gods, you and I. No silly sense of purpose can stand before that.
That was Gongora?
Damn him.
Okay.
seeing as how it's already slightly past 6 in my time, this is going to have to be where we end it for today. Despite the fact that this is definitely a big cliffhanger, but we'll start it up tomorrow from here. Gotta save the grandkids. Yeah, a lot of stuff just happened. So Gongora is definitely making his move now, taking out other countries and their leadership. Of course, he's got his 6 little zombie mages that I guess he's sending out to assassinate everyone. And like I said, the party is really split up. Kaim and Sarah, obvious who we're on right now. Cook and Mac, but we're on their train, so I'm guessing that those 4 are going to meet up. Ming and Jansen are still stuck on that train, and Seth went wherever Tolton went. Tolton was playable earlier, and he actually had skills and other stuff, so maybe he might become a playable character. Maybe this is how they introduce him to the group. Definitely not going to be hard to convince him that to go up against Gongora, considering Gongora basically announced to the whole country that he was already dead right before he basically tried to nuke the train he was on. So I have a feeling he may end up being part of the team. So him and Seth together will probably be another little splinter group that we have to play as till everybody meets back up. I wonder how long that's going to take for everybody to meet back up, though. But yeah. So we'll be continuing this tomorrow, same time, 2 a.m. Central Standard Time. Check schedule below for what time that is in your area. I guess let me give... I don't know if I'm going to be able to remember everybody that came in, because I had all my stuff kind of go down like halfway into the stream. So if anybody was here and I don't call them out, I apologize, but I'm just going to go with what I have left from these last 2 hours. Ragna, Wabon, Zero and Neko, Nami, Paradoxical. Thank you all for coming in and chatting with me when I play. Again, if anybody that was here in the first half of the stream before my internet went down, I don't have record of that, my chat log anymore. Sorry if I didn't catch your name. Also, Zero and Neko, thank you very much for the raid, and thank you to anybody else who may have been lurking and watching. As I said, we'll be continuing this tomorrow, so we can start getting the team back together since they're all spread apart. As for right now, let me see if I can find someone to raid. Yeah, it was like literally right around the time that I would normally take my break, the stream just completely dropped. I had to go reset my modem to get it back up. Alright, so go ahead and go raid Med Escoto. There's another streamer that I found by way of Hideru. And he's currently playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So, as per usual, let's go ahead and jump in, say hi. Hope to see you all next time, and until then.
Bye-bye, everybody!